Have you ever watched someone repeat the same mistake again and again? They leave one toxic relationship only to dive straight into another. They promise they've changed, but a week later, they're right back to the same habit. And maybe, just maybe, you've caught yourself stuck in the same loop. That's not a coincidence. That's compulsion. Hey everyone, I'm Bix, and welcome back to Bix Book Summary. Today we're unpacking one of the most powerful, eye-opening insights from Robert Greene's The Laws of Human Nature, the Law of Compulsive Behavior. Greene doesn't sugarcoat this truth. People don't change simply because they want to. Real change happens only when we become conscious of the hidden patterns that keep us trapped. Until then, we're stuck on autopilot, replaying familiar scripts, sometimes for years, sometimes for an entire lifetime. So what exactly is compulsive behavior? It's that deep-seated, unconscious wiring, usually formed early in childhood, that keeps pulling us back into the same roles, reactions, and patterns of self-sabotage. It's not that we enjoy suffering. It's simply that we gravitate toward what's familiar, even if it's painful. Greene illustrates this vividly through the story of Howard Hughes, the legendary aviation pioneer. Early in life, Hughes appeared daring, charismatic, a true visionary. But beneath that brilliance was a deeply wounded child. Abandoned, isolated, terrified of losing control. Those fears didn't fade with age, they intensified. And no amount of wealth or success could free Hughes from his compulsions. His later life unraveled into obsessive behaviors, locking himself away, becoming paranoid, trapped by patterns he couldn't break. Greene's message is clear and sobering. You can have all the external success in the world, but if you don't confront and break your compulsive patterns, those very patterns will eventually break you. So how do we break free? First, we have to become detectives of our own lives. Greene urges us to pause, step back, and carefully observe our emotional timeline. What situations trigger your strongest emotions? What roles do you repeatedly find yourself playing? Who do you keep attracting into your life, and why? These questions take courage and honesty. The answers won't come overnight. But when you finally spot the pattern clearly, you gain something incredibly powerful, the chance to interrupt it. Greene offers us a memorable image. Your life is like the groove on a record. The needle will endlessly spin in the same loop until you consciously lift it and choose a new track. That moment of interruption takes real courage. It takes humility. It means saying, maybe it's not just everyone else, maybe it's me too. But let's be clear, this isn't about blame or shame. It's about liberation. Once you recognize your internal loop, you stop blaming external circumstances or chasing after illusions. You start creating genuine, lasting change. Greene also shares a secret weapon for seeing compulsions clearly. Watch people's eyes. Anyone can claim they've changed, but true transformation shows itself in subtle patterns, in body language, in instinctive responses, especially during moments of stress or challenge. That's where the truth reveals itself. So, next time you're facing a major decision or falling into a familiar pattern, pause and ask yourself clearly, am I making this choice out of freedom or familiarity? Is this growth or just a slightly prettier version of the same old trap? Because once you recognize the loop, you're no longer bound to repeat it. Here's the beautiful part. When you clearly see your own compulsive patterns, you naturally become more forgiving and insightful about others. Not naively, but deeply. You stop feeling shocked by their repeated mistakes. Instead, you start understanding them clearly, responding thoughtfully rather than reacting emotionally. And when you can read compulsive behavior clearly, your own and others, you reclaim your power. Now that we've unpacked how compulsive patterns silently rule our lives, the next question is, what happens when desire, raw, intense desire, pulls us into illusions, obsessions, and self-destructive choices? That's exactly where we're headed in our next episode, the Law of Covetousness. If this resonated with you, don't forget to hit subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and drop a comment below. What's one pattern you've recognized in your life and are finally ready to break? Until next time, stay awake, stay intentional, and above all, keep growing. See you in the next one.